Hey all, welcome back to the channel, and what say today we continue on with part 5 of our look at the FansProject Saurus Ryu. This is the member known as Dinogo. Some people will know him better as Doryu, I don't know if I'm saying that right, or in North America as Scowl. And of course we have his Stegobot. Both of them will be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True Review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, loud of my baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton to let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all my social media links. All that in the description down below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. And this is FansProject's take on Dinoking or Monstructor. This is their take on the member known as Doryu. I hope I'm saying that right. I really don't know how to pronounce these Japanese words, I'm not gonna lie. Or Scowl, as a lot of people know him as part of Monstructor. I prefer Dinoking, I prefer the Dinoking colors, to be honest with you. Maybe because it was in the animation, I don't know, even though this isn't very animation accurate. I think this guy is pretty tremendous, but he's definitely not perfect. There's not things that are bad about him, but there is one thing that is a little bit frustrating. That being said, I do think this Pretender shell might be my favorite. Without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at both of these guys and the Toyhax sets that upgrade this guy. And so we move on to our 5th member with Dinogo. I think Go is actually number 5, if I'm not mistaken. It's 5 or 6, it's one of it. And of course, his pretender shell, the Stegobot. See, I'm so excited, I'm actually stumbling over my words a little bit. I love this pretender shell. I think it looks phenomenal, and actually it's one of the ones that functions like tremendously well. In terms of being an homage to the original, it's not bad. The original shell had like more blue on the head, and where we have a lot of silver here, like the areas on the side were more gold, but it's close enough. If you know the kind of, Stegosaurus pretender shell, then the Stegobot here is pretty darn accurate. If I was to just give this a grade for looks, I mean, I would say it's about an 8, 8.5. Just some slight variations with the placement of the gold and the silver. Again, we have a cube here. We can put the blaster in here. Because of the way the handle is on this one, it can actually move all around, which I think is really cool. This one does have a few Toyhax labels on it. There are stickers on this guy. Here, and here, for example, and up on the head. They don't stick great. They are not Toyhax. I thought in the first couple of parts to this series they were Toyhax, but they're not. They came with the shells. They were sourced somehow through FansProject. They're iffy. I have them on for the review here. I don't think they're going to last as the years pass, and if they come off, I don't care, because honestly the originals were a little bit plain as well. Then we can open up the shell. Oh, by the way, the shell also has a slot up here, so it could be like a piggy bank dino, a dino bank. And this one likes to really kind of stay. There. Woo! That one really locks in very well. There's like a little lip here and a little lip here. And some of them don't lock in that great, or they've been warped or something, but that one locks in super duper well. Then inside, we have our boy in here. It is, of course, the Dinogo lad. The blaster looks like this with a Toyhax label here, and this one that has like the, we'll call it ridging detail in it. I think it looks really cool. It's a neat blaster. And so our Dinogo here is also better known to many fans as Doryu from Transformers Victory, a part of the Dino Force that makes up Dinoking, because of course Saurus Ryu-Oh is Dinoking. Or there's also a repaint Some people, instead of knowing it as Dinoking, will know it as Monstructor. And this guy would be Scowl, one of the coolest names in all of Transformers. To be fair, as Scowl, he is purple and yellow. So this coloration, definitely not a match for that. Now, we're actually going to start with the leg mode first because it's the easiest thing to do from here. As a matter of fact, the only thing we have to do is stand the guy up and bring that head out. That's it. Here's leg mode. We would take a foot and there are two little slots down there where tabs go in, and yeah, it'd be an ankle forward, back, to the left, to the right. Here in this mode we can see a Toyhax label here, a Toyhax label here, up on the arm here. There's a fair amount here. You can even see some on the claws here that make the calf of the leg. That might be, oh, you can also see them inside here. And I put a Decepticon logo up right there on the head. So yeah, that's kind of that. To go to, we'll do, let's do monster mode I guess next, because that's probably the easiest thing to do from here. So we split the feet, because they were together on the back, and we open them out. When you close them up, there's a little ridge here that should go up over the kind of top of the thigh. You're sort of looking to get in by that circle in there, basically. So we have that out, and we're just going to kind of keep those down for now. Then we untab the arm. There's a little tab here on the arm. It was tabbed into a slot back here. We do the same here. We untab the arm and bring it out. Then we bring the shoulder down. Again, there was a little tab on the side of the head that went into a slot on the shoulder, and rotate the arm around. Bring the shoulder down, rotate the arm around. So far, so good. Then we bring the claw out and bring it up around to the front of the, I guess, arm, the top of the arm. Bring that claw around. Rotate the wrist so that that's up on the front. Then we should be able to extend the body a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and see if I can remember this now. We need to fold down the legs, turn at the waist, and we're going to collapse the legs back up into place. You could probably, maybe you can't really see it. Hold on. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, I'm not sure. You use a hinge here where the knee is and you collapse the leg up. I'm going to see if I can do it here on camera just to show you guys. Just sort of up like that. And we do the same over here, and we collapse it up like that. Then we should be able to take the kind of foot piece here, and I think now we've rotated through this way. Yeah, and then we bring it down. When we bring it down, we have a, let's see if I can again show this. There's a lot of little tabs here that's hard to show. We have a little tab inside here that goes into a little slot in there. You do have to get that lined up, and then you can bring the foot forward. So you bring this little nub that was his knee, you bring that forward. You line this up so you can bring the foot through. I just have to find the right way to do it because there's a particular orientation to get it through. And then once you have it done and down, then you're going to close this in, and when you close this in, there's a little tab in here that goes to a little slot in there, and you got your foot down, and I'll open up his mouth because, oh, I can't open up his mouth yet. This on the back comes off and comes in to become part of his back. And now I should be able to open the mouth a bit, and boom, here we have his beast mode. The hardest thing here is doing those feet, getting those turned around. And you have to do them in different directions for every mode. It is easily the most challenging part. The arm's easy, the head is easy, all of that is easy. Even collapsing the legs, like combiner warsing the legs, easy. It's just having to move these feet around. In this case, you want the claws out front. When you're doing leg mode, really you're orienting it so that the feet are out front, which we'll see in a second. But this is it in this mode. And again, you can see we have Toyhax here. We have a lot on the top of the claws, in between the toes here. There's some I think that could have went here on some of these circles as well. I do have them put on the side here, but not on the front and not up here. But I mean, you could. There's no reason why you can't. Articulation in this mode, the arms really retain a ton of articulation, like all the way out to the side on ratchets and elbow and, you know, claws and wrists and bicep swivel. The head is static. The jaw opens and closes. You can go up and down with it, but not left to right. Little bit of a bummer, but not a deal breaker. Leg all the way out to the side, no problem. Technically, we do have a knee because of the way it's collapsed. I don't think we really have a thigh swivel here because it's so, you know, like short. Ankle left, right, forward, back, all that stuff. You can even bring that little kneecap up just to help give your feet a little added solidity. He is a squat little bipedal wolf lad, I guess. I wanted to back things up because this guy's going to get a little bit taller, of course, as we go here. So, first things first. Oh, by the way, if I didn't mention it, there's also a Toyhax label in here on the chest. All of this is designed to make this very, like, Japanese toy accurate. You know, that's the intention. Bring the head up, turn it around, and then again, if you didn't already have it done, you can sort of kind of collapse that back in here on the back. For the arms, rotate at the wrist, and then take the claw and rotate it up on the back of the arm. For this one, again, rotate at the wrist, rotate the claw, up on the back of the arm. All we have left now are the legs. Like I said, the legs are not bad. The feet are your worst part. So we're going to extend the legs. If I can get this one to do it. There. And we bring them back in. And now you can either leave the claws out front. If you really don't want to kind of fiddle and mess with the legs, there's no reason you can't leave the claws out front. And that's your call. Or you can, and I'm going to try and pick this one up. See if I can show it here. You can open it out. Again, you need to orient this once it's open out so that you can get the toes up around. Again, you close it back in, and then you should be able to angle that down to give you a foot. Using the other leg here, I'll try and kind of show that very quickly again. We open it out, we orient this around, bring the toes through, close it back up, and then using this hinge here that the foot is connected to, we bring that down to the foot so that it kind of goes flush, basically, with the ankle. And in the end, boom, here we have Dinogo in his robot mode. And here's an example of what our boy Doryu can do. I'm going to say Doryu or Scowl. Why not? I might even say Dinogo. Like, I might use them all interchangeably, but we know who this is. He is pretty great in terms of articulation. But before we get to that, let's talk about his coloration first. So, based on the animation, this guy's not that accurate, but based on the toy release, he absolutely is. So this is one of those examples again where I'm going to have to split the difference. Based on the toy release, he's honestly about a 9, 9.5. Very, very accurate. Even more so with the Toyhax labels on him that make him kind of pop. In terms of the animation, the head should be gray with a yellow face and red eyes. Okay, the head is mostly white with a red face. The arms, the lower arms, the forearms should be blue with the elbow and upper arm white. In this case, it's kind of the reverse. We have the white on the lower arms and the elbow, and the upper arm is blue. The main torso should basically be blue, but we have that broken up with the head down the front, which gives it a splash of white slash gray. I'm saying gray. I don't know what you call that reflective color on the sticker. Then the pelvis should be gray as well. Here it's blue. Going down the front of the leg should be like blue on white. Here they're all blue with red on them. As a matter of fact, on the thighs we have more Toyhax labels applied in there. There's like a ridge there. They're applied there. The lower legs should be white. These ones are blue with the toes being like a black color. These ones are white. So in terms of looking like the animation, this is like a 2. It absolutely, positively is not. In terms of looking like the character based on the original release in Japan, the original toy release, this guy is honestly more like a 9. I gotta split the difference. I gotta be fair and say at best, this guy's about a 5.5. But remember, that comes with a caveat. Like subjectively, this is a case where I do want to defer to the toy over the animation. But I mean, I have to be fair, right? So, what about the transformation? Easy to get to all modes. The only thing that's a little bit of a nuisance is finding the right orientation to turn those toes. If you know that, then this guy is gangbusters. I'm giving that, honestly, a 9. And then we get to the articulation. By the way, he holds his blaster just fine. The articulation, we have a head that goes left, right, up, and down a little bit. The arms are ratcheted and go all the way around. They can go all the way out. Yes, it sort of hits his head slightly, but just bring the arm back a bit, and I mean, it goes out as much as you'd want it to. We have a bicep swivel. We have a double elbow. We have a wrist rotation. What else do we have? We have a waist that's ratcheted. We have, if you extend it, we have a little bit of an ab crunch. We have legs forward. We have legs back. You can even get that out of the way to get more action back there. Legs out to the side. All like kind of soft ratchets that hold really well. Thigh swivel. We have a knee to well over, if you want, if you can get the foot out of the way, over 90 degrees. If you don't get the foot out of the way, it's still 90 degrees. The kneecaps move, these little ankle pieces move. The ankles go down, they go up. Little side to side. If you extend this gray piece in here and have it stand a bit higher, like if you, I can't even do it now, but if you extend that gray piece, you can get it more side to side. There's a little bit there now as it is. Literally, I could not want more out of this size for this guy. I'm going to say that the articulation is a 10. Articulation is a 10. So we had a 5.5 that came with a caveat. We had a like a solid, what was it, 9 I believe I said, and a 10. Honestly, I want to say that this is one of the more solid offerings from the set, which is good because the guy has the service as a leg, so we want him to be good and solid. My heart says that this guy overall is a solid 9. Because of the caveat with the animation accuracy being so far off, the official score is going to be more like a 7.75 or an 8. But in my heart, the guy is easily a 9. Here he is with the rest of his team. And of course, you can see our boy over right here with 5 of the members of his team and all of them with their pretender shells. I love this. I think it looks so cool, and we still have another member to go. How is his size? He is exceedingly deluxe, and that works for me because that means that this guy should hopefully fit in with my Combiner Wars lads. End of the day, this guy, this duo, as a matter of fact, is really good. We have a solid pretender shell that locks together nicely, and the bot works really well, looks great, so many nice clicky ratchets. He makes a nice, solid feeling leg. One of my favorites of the whole set. His subjective score, high end of middle of the road. His objective score, really up there. So this guy, for me, and based on my assessment and my understanding of how everything works with him, ranges between, you know, high end of average to above average. You can't do much better than that. And here we are once again, and here they are. This might be my favorite of the pretender shells. It is probably the most accurately painted. It is solid. Everything is tolerance well on it. I love it. It's not too big, it's not too small. Then we have this guy. Look, the articulation is tremendous, second to none. Honestly, it is pretty impeccable. The look for the guy, if you're going for animation accuracy, this is going to disappoint you. But I do love the interplay of the colors, and I think it's very successful. The transformation is great. The only, I don't even want to say negative thing, the only thing that you have to really pay attention to is the way the feet go, because you have to orient them properly so that the toes can kind of flip through and give you the proper clearance you need to rotate things around to get the claws out or the toes out, depending on what mode you're going in. If you haven't transformed this guy in a few months, I think those hinges will take a little bit of kind of getting used to again. It's not hard, it's just something that you gotta take a few moments to think about as you do it. I like him. I think he's one of the stronger ones. Great solid leg, great solid bot, great solid beast. Let me know what you think about this guy and his pretender shell. I appreciate you guys coming by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. While you're at it, man, hit the subscribe button. You know, it's what the cool kids are doing. You might as well stick around and have some fun with us. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, sitting down, lying down, kneeling down, whatever it is you're doing, walking down the street, although you should probably be paying attention to where you're walking if you're walking down the street, but you right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time, baby, that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.